Welcome to Always Dolls, and thanks for joining us. In our previous dollhouse tour, we asked if you'd like to see our version of American Girl's garden gazebo from Samantha's collection. A lot of viewers said yes, so today we share with you a DIY to craft your own gazebo perfect for the summer season. This project began over a year ago during our COVID lockdown. It was made as a personal crafting challenge and distraction. So unfortunately, the camera footage is patchy and not always the best quality. However, hit the like button if you still enjoy this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to support our channel. So let's get making! Cut a 66cm square from 5mm foam board for the gazebo floor. To make the next steps clearer to see on camera, we will demonstrate our process on green paper. Divide the square into quarters. Now, draw in the diagonal lines to get 8 even sections. On your diagonal lines, measure 33 cm from the center point and mark this spot. Connect this mark with the right outside edge of the foam board, making your first octant. Connect your mark to the left outside edge, making your second octant. Continue for the remaining sections of the floor. Cut along the lines to reveal the octagonal base. To match the AG design, we covered the floor with wood grain contact paper. To ensure the grain of our paper was continuous around the octagon, make horizontal lines connecting each section, gradually making the distance between the lines smaller the closer you get to the center point. Cut your contact paper to the size of each trapezoid shape, then adhere to the floor. This part of the craft took a bit of time, but the end result was totally worth it. Finish with a tiny octagon of contact paper to close the center gap. Now for the support poles. Cut 8 pieces of PVC pipe to 56 centimeters. Place them at the corner of each octant to trace their position. Then cut this circle away from the floor. Mount the floor to another, larger base to create the step-up effect seen in the AG version. Here we patch 2 sheets of foam board together for a big enough surface. Generously cover with liquid glue, then adhere the wood grain floor. You should have a 1 cm visible white border. With the tricky part done, let's switch to decorating our columns. Wrap one end of your pipe with a full sheet of white computer paper. Next, add thin strips above this, layering the paper for more dimension. Repeat at the top of each pole, wrapping more thin strips at 4, 5 and 11 cm from the top. Give them a coat or two of white paint. When dry, hot glue into the holes of the gazebo floor. For the decorative fence palings, we made a template 2.8 cm wide by 18 cm tall. Referencing an AG image, sketch the paling shape. Fold your paper in half and cut away the necessary sections. When opened, the template will be symmetrical. Cut 2 large rectangles from 5mm foam board. Trace your template along the foam board. We did 8 repetitions to make the paling pattern. Repeat on your second piece of foam board. Using an X-Acto blade, cut away all the inner ovals, lower circles, arrow-shaped base pieces, and top V's to reveal your pretty decorative fence. Repeat the template process to trace out and cut 2 shorter fence panels. Next, cut 4 top ledge rectangles from thick foam board. Trace the curve from half of your supporting pole at each end. Cut out this semicircle section. Also taper the ends and roll the cut foam board on your work surface for a smooth finish. Cut 4 slimmer rectangles for the bottom of the fence. Hot glue between the support poles 1 cm above the floor. Next, hot glue the fence piece to the bottom strip and the side of your poles. Then place the top ledge adhering to the pole and the fence panel. Moving on to the decorative trim that connects our poles at the top. On scrap cardstock, trace a template that mimics the design from the AG version. Trace onto 5mm foam board and cut out to get the frame. You can stop here or go further to create the intricate scroll work. To replicate this, we screenshot an image of the gazebo, resized to fit the dimensions of our frame, then printed off. We traced it onto fun foam and cut out. You need to make 8 of these. Glue the scrollwork pieces to the 8 frames you cut earlier. We will attach the frames to the support poles with caps. Use the diameter of your PVC pipe to cut or punch cardstock circles that are slightly bigger. With a stationary punch, make a hole in the center of each disc, then stack and glue them together. Put a generous amount of glue around the edge of your stack, then wrap with a 4 cm strip of computer paper to make a tube. You will need to make 8 caps. Hot glue a cap to each side of the decorative frame, leaving a 1 cm gap from the top edge. You can now slide the cap over the poles that do not have a fence panel in between. This will connect the structure and provide stability. Hot glue your remaining 4 frames directly between the support poles. It should look something like this. Next up, the roof. Create a triangular template and use it to trace and cut 8 pieces from cardboard. From more cardboard, cut 8 trapezoid awning pieces. Ours have a shorter parallel side of 24.5 cm by 4 cm high and a longer parallel side of around 27 to 28 cm. The slight difference in measurement occurred as a result of our support poles not being glued in the exact same corner spot for each octant. Arrange the awning pieces in their octagonal shape to guide you when hot gluing the roof sections together. Paint all the awning pieces and roof a light grey. When the paint has dried, hot glue each awning piece on top of the roof, about 2 cm from the edge. For the piece at the very top, we glued a piping tip to a small bottle cap, then hot glued this to the centre of the roof. So our roof can be removed, like in the AG version, we need to cut 8 feet pieces from thick foam board. It's an odd shape, but ours measures 4 by 2 centimeters. Push a thin dowel or chopstick into the bottom. Now insert the dowel peg into the pole caps we made earlier. Put hot glue on the top of each foot, then position the roof. Now you can remove the roof if you desire more light or easier access inside the gazebo. As a finishing touch, we added flowers to our scroll work. Using a flower-shaped punch, cut many flowers from white cardstock. Rub the centre of the flower, causing the petals to roll up. Layer 2 flowers for more fullness, then glue to the scroll work. We hope you and your dolls enjoy the new garden gazebo. It's the perfect place to rest and relax or host parties. Have fun decorating your gazebo for the different seasons and holidays. If you haven't already, subscribe to Always Dolls and hit the bell icon so you get notified as soon as a new video drops. See you soon for more miniature crafting fun!